Is it working?
Are we here?
What?
Are we here?
There we go.
Yeah.
It should be live now.
It says that we are. As long
Chat.
as we're
Whoever's
broadcasting.
here.
Is
Whoever
Hercules
is
here?
in here. Looks like it looks like we're good. Yo, welcome in. Welcome in.
Cool.
Mi gente, mi gente. Yo, what up, Purple?
Yeah, there we go. Bet. I wonder how far up this chat is going to go along the... Oh, it is going to go straight up the screen, huh?
Should I turn that off?
I don't know. Maybe because of where it is.
Can I move it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yo, Cobes. Kobe, Tack, what's up? Yo.
The white Kobe, yo, what up, man?
That's a bold claim.
What up?
That is a bold claim.
What? Yo, what
the white Kobe. You better be able to hoop, son. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, what up, Tactic? How we doing, boys? How we doing? It's nice to see you guys on a different place. Are you live on your channel, Jungle?
Let's check.
Let's make sure that's because sometimes I don't know if you have automatic stream start.
Automatic. I believe so. Yep. We're good. We're gravy, dude.
Oh, nice.
We're on the gravy train.
Oh. Right,
we are on the freaking train, dude. Let's go.
Well. Is it?
If it isn't
Watson World, it's Watson World. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, sick. Tony, we might need to start looking at the Guinness Book of World Records for most supers pulled in a certain amount of time, because
I kind of want to
a crazy run, bro. Like, Lex tagged me this morning, dude. I kid you not, it was so funny because I literally last night was the first night that I have had a dream about pulling Superfractors, and in my dream I pulled 2 supers. Okay. And then I woke up and checked my phone, and Lex had just tagged me, and I go into your stream, and lo and behold, absolute nukage, dual auto super out of the Mayo. And then you proceeded to pull another one, and I was like, the prophecy has been fulfilled. Like, this is crazy. It literally was so wild. So I'm like living in a simulation over here. It's crazy.
Hello. Yeah, dude, the gestures boxes this morning, that was wild. That was I don't even know what to say. That was crazy. He was
nuts, bro.
It's crazy because he had, I don't want to be negative, but a little dry streak for like a day or two, and then boom, one of the craziest fucking triple deckers you can hit.
Dude, just exactly. Just so gnarly. I just wanted to make sure that Tony, okay, you have posted it. Cool. I didn't want to break your news. I figured you'd already posted it, but I wanted to double check. But yeah, like insane dual auto Superfractor, Jin Urso and Cassian Andor. It's like one of the biggest duels. That's like one of them, especially in like modern like Star Wars. Like that's one of the biggest dual auto supers you could pull.
Yeah,
that's filthy, dude. And then you pulled Zori Bliss Superfractor, so that was pretty nice on the chrome autograph. Those are like flawless to me. Those are flawless. The chrome autograph supers out of that set, they're so clean and good. They're crazy.
Top Star Wars smugglers. All right, guys, just a quick reminder too, next Wednesday, Smugglers Outpost officially drops March 18th. So yeah, what do you think, Jungle? You gonna go for that again, or are you just gonna try to just save it and get some local?
I'm gonna get as much as I can get. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get some on drop day, and then also there's an LCS for me that is getting a case, at least one case. They may get more, but I'm gonna go try to pick it up day of, like super early morning, and then that way I have it on drop day, and then also I'm kind of like plugging a variety of sources, so I will have it for
Yeah.
sure. I'm excited about it. Looks really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see how the breaks are gonna go, how everyone's deciding to do their specific breaking method, and then I'm curious to see how pack outs are gonna go because I don't know. I'm kind of a little not nervous is not the word, but
Well, there's
timid,
just
I
one.
guess,
There's
to
just
do
one pack,
breaks on
right?
this. Yeah, it's just one pack.
So
So
it's
like
just a
doing a one
personal
pack
scenario.
break, you think more of a personal boxes and stuff?
Look at it this way. So, how many hits are in each box?
What was it 5? I don't know.
I mean, if there's 5 hits in a
It's
box,
like an auto. Yo, what up, Gazer? It's like an auto and auto relic, some shit like that.
it's like 2 autos or a sketch or something of that nature. I do think case breaks are going to be probably the best for this, or like multiple boxes.
Hmm.
However, I think single boxes could go. Um, we're just gonna have to open it up and see. I'm gonna do bigger breaks to start with,
Yeah.
and see how it goes. But I also might, so I'll shoot for one case, and I'll shoot for probably 2 boxes, and I'll probably shoot for just different combinations, maybe a 3 boxer with different styles of breaks, just to mix it up and see how it goes. So
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I think I might just buy it and hold. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or anything. I
yeah,
might just buy some, just stash it, move on with my life. But we'll see.
yeah, it's not a
We'll
bad
see. We'll
idea.
see.
It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I mean, we've done single box breaks with boxes that have less hits, um, but that maybe aren't as expensive. So we'll just
Hmm.
see how it goes. You know.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you want to get into right now? What
Well,
was the thing you wanted to start with, Mr.
well,
Jungle Jedi?
well. I know that we have a list of things we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
But I know that we will want to dive into some topics that might be a little bit controversial, but you know, I think that's fun. That's fun. We can kind of chop it up, and I think it's good to disagree, and I think it's good to like have overlapping thoughts and ideas
Yeah,
about things,
of course.
um, and to be able to have conversations about those things. Um, it's like it's easy to be emotional about some of these topics, or just topics in general. Um, but it's a little bit more challenging to like experience that emotion and then use it for something, and then be thoughtful and take a step back, and then be able to operate. So I know that we're going to get a little bit, we might get a little heated in here, but that'll be fun. uh so there's a couple things I want to first of all, talking about Tony, I really had a question for you regarding what Tony's been doing over there with the Mayo.
Yeah.
So, Purple's like, look, you might have a chance at pulling this Natalie right here. Um, and that is a possibility, you know. What has been your thoughts on the difference between buying a bunch of loose boxes? It's almost like there's a hack going on here. Is it just this? Is it just Mayo?
Hmm.
Or is this something that can be done with any product out there? Right now, it seems to be working extremely well with the Mayo, of just buying a bunch of loose boxes and saying, let's
Yeah.
see what we can find in here, versus buying sealed cases,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have ideas and I have an experience. So through my experience, I know that Lucy's, a combination of Lucy's, is a really good way to kind of like up your chances at getting multiple case hits. And I do have experience through GameStop because my first big release that I was there for was the 2024 Galaxy from GameStop when they used to be a normal store and did retail drops and shit. So
Yeah.
when that came out, I drove around right here in LA. I don't know why, but there's like 55, 60 GameStops. So I drove around to as many as I could. I ended up with like 2.5 cases worth of hobby boxes.
So 30
And
boxes, right?
yeah, so 3 cases,
Mhm.
3 cases worth of boxes.
Mm.
And each case technically is only supposed to have one auto as a case hit. And I
Mhm.
think the first night in the first like 5 boxes, the first case worth of boxes, we pulled like 7 autos, like back to back to back to back to back. And one of them was a Mace Windu auto to 25. And then that's the first time I ever pulled sketches that were stuck together were from like that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that run. I remember that run. Yeah, that
Because
you went
it
on with
does
that.
make sense.
Yeah.
If you buy
No,
12
it does.
boxes, you're only guaranteed that one auto. But if you buy 3 here, 3 there, 3 there, 3 there, now your chances, say you're picked from 6 different cases, 2 boxes from 6 different cases. Now you have 6 times the chances at getting an autograph. You get what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
you're not guaranteed one at all. And so I think
Yeah.
that's like the difference, right? Is like if you buy the sealed case, you're guaranteed to get whatever, right? And so
Yeah.
but even then, like I've been opening case after case of Galaxy, right? And every case is different, you know? Every
Yeah.
case, it's like not like you get the same thing. It's not like every case has one autograph. I've had cases with 2 autographs. I've had
Yeah.
cases with like we just went through 10 boxes of Galaxy. I still have 2 left. We've pulled
Yeah.
six sketches. We've pulled 6. Like so on the
Yeah.
case, if we don't have another one and there's just 2 boxes and they don't have a sketch, then it's still a sketch every other box, which is better than what the odds normally would state in a case. So
Yeah.
I don't know that there is a huge advantage to buying sealed cases with that going on,
Well,
you know?
it's a double-edged sword
It
because
is.
I did
It
a
is.
break on Friday
Mhm.
and it was a mixture, 24 Galaxy, 25 Galaxy, and it was
Mhm.
from 2 different cases. And I was telling people like I can't guarantee autos
Mhm.
or sketches from either year. And the
Mhm.
reason is because I technically by the odds could have pulled the 3 boxes from each case that have 0 case hits.
Nothing in it.
And
Exactly.
that is
Right.
the other side of the sword
Right.
where it's
Right.
like, oh shit, like yes, you do have a high chance at getting
Mhm.
multiple case hits that you're not supposed to be getting, but then you
Right.
also have that high chance of getting jack shit.
Mhm.
I think I
Yeah.
tell people on my stream, like, there could be a sketch in here, there could be missing a card. It's up to you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting like it's an interesting thing to operate with as like us as breakers
Yeah.
because you I think as long as you tell everybody what's going on, you know, you give everybody the information, it can be really fun, you know. Like I have like tomorrow, for example, I'm running a big mixer, and it's going to be everything on this table, you know, and everything on this table
Yeah.
is loose. So like 16 boxes, and it could just be like insane, you know. And
Yeah.
I think like also having that many boxes as well in one break gives us a really good opportunity to hit some nukes, you know,
Yeah.
and do pretty well. So um,
I mean, it's
yeah,
definitely at the end of the day, it's always gonna be a numbers game.
yeah.
It's a numbers game. Yeah, it's always volume. It's relative volume. It's
Mhm.
just like he like I always tell like people always like on my stream like why does Tony always hit? I'm like because he's buying packs. You're not gonna hit anything by watching the stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that to get you to buy packs, but I'm like you as many times as you've seen him
Agreed.
hit, he doesn't post the time he opens a box and gets nothing. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
I
exactly.
don't post
Yeah,
when I open a box to get
exactly.
nothing. I only post when I get the good shit. So it only
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like I
yeah.
get good shit. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm just trying to put people into perspective
exactly.
on how the numbers game works. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because when somebody's like, "Well, I spent $400 and I only got 2 cards. I only hit twice," and I'm like, I was just talking to one of the other guys in the stream, Brogan, about this. Shout out Brogan, rule of two. He and I were having this conversation. He's like, I tell people all the time, just go harder. He's like,
Double
he's like,
down.
he's like, double down. And like, I've pulled that guy 2 black foil sketches, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's pulled multiple supers, like dual auto supers, like all kinds of stuff. And
Yeah.
he's like, it just means you haven't gone hard enough, like to get that outcome. And he's right, man. Like people like Gesture, you didn't see that Gesture just missed, went on that streak you were just talking about, and then shows up and hits 2 supers in
Yeah.
2 back-to-back boxes, and that happens when you play enough,
Exactly. It's
for sure.
I don't even want to say that. Never mind. But it's somewhat like you kind of have to like give to get situation.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely got to
100%.
give to get. You can look. Are there those people who join the hobby, fucking buy a pack and hit a super their first date? Yeah, that happens. But then,
So rare.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not. You know that.
Yeah.
You can't. Those are anomalies. Oh, I actually said that word right. Hell yeah.
You did well. You've done well. We're proud of you.
Nice.
Yeah, like even this morning, whenever I like woke up and was watching that, watching Tony stream, and I was contemplating, I was like looking at the numbers on my end to be like, how many boxes could I buy? Because if I could buy from his stream, I was like, if I could dome 5 boxes right now, like I would actually go in and just shoot for that run of 5 boxes, and unfortunately I'm not in the position to do that just at the moment, but it was a consideration. I actually looked at it because I was like, I was reading those numbers, for myself and feeling that out. So yeah, it's definitely, you have to be prepared to open 3 to 5 boxes,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, and people make fun of me and they think I'm kidding, but if you ask some of the guys I'm pretty close with, like Herc and Ben, I tell people the reason why I don't buy boxes and open boxes because I can't stomach that loss. Not even a little bit. Not even if it's $100. Like I will not sleep. I will stay up to 3 a.m. thinking about that $200-$300 box I just bought that was jack shit. And people think I'm kidding, but no, I'm being dead serious. Yeah,
I don't do it very often either. And I typically only do it whenever I'm with you guys because I'll like save up my emotional and mental security for a while because it does hurt when you don't hit. But like Tyler has a question here in the chat that I want to address. So how long did it take you to hit your first super? I hit a couple of supers. I hit my first super in Chrome Black, my first case break. So I bought a case from Topps, and there was a Superfractor Duality Auto in it. But I was breaking, and it went to somebody else, right? So my first pull was like on stream, and then I pulled my second one in Japan on box number 5. So I had to open 5 boxes to get to that one. And I consider that to be incredibly fortunate to have done that. So not everybody hits like that, you know what I mean? And we open a lot of product, you know what I mean? We open more Star Wars product than the majority of people on Earth, so it's and there's people that open more than us, of course, but like our odds of pulling supers and crazy sketches is like much higher because of the volume that Battle Packs was talking about here. So
it's like for me, I've pulled a lot of 101s. So I remember I pulled my first 101 probably like a month or 2 into the hobby, but it was when I used to be on drip. I used to buy 24 chrome back when it was on, or 23 chrome back when it was only like $75 a hobby box. So I would buy those.
Insane.
And people would just buy the whole boxes. They for $100 I think I was selling them for cheap.
Yeah.
And then I pulled the green 1/1 printing plate of K2SO.
Nice.
So that was the first 1/1 I pulled. The first Superfractor I pulled was when I moved back from Vegas to LA, and I used to stream from my mom's spare office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Jason came in and domed the box of Galaxy, and I pulled the Sabine Superfractor helmet shadow box.
Yeah,
that was my first
right.
Superfractor, and then my second Superfractor was Herc came in, domed the case of Hyperspace 24, and I pulled him a Dorme. But it took me months, and
Yeah.
I've ripped more cases than the average human would ever, and I've only been two supers deep. Yeah,
You've only
I,
pulled two still.
two supers. Yeah, only two supers. I mean, I've pulled black foils, I've pulled gold
Yeah,
foils
yeah.
all day. I've pulled sketches stuck together. I've pulled boxes with fucking. Here, where is it? I'll show you the rarest thing I've ever pulled.
And this is actually astounding that he hasn't pulled as many.
This is
I would
rarer than
figure
any super that you've ever pulled. I pulled a sealed factory pack,
with no
empty.
card in it.
Yeah,
That's super sick. That's super
factory
sick.
sealed in the box, had 0 cards.
That's
That's the kind of shit I pull. All right, so fuck Superfractors. We're different.
That's so funny. You gotta slab that up, dude. You
It's
should
because I collect
definitely
Lizzo. It's a joke.
put that in a slab, dude, for real.
Oh no, I
Empty
ordered
pack.
a one-touch pack-sized one-touch for this.
I've had two situations where there were two sketches stuck together as well,
Yeah.
which is pretty wild, and it happens with a lot of the oil painters.
J-Man Chant.
Jay's.
Mine was my first time was Medina, second time was J-Man Chant.
Yeah, Jay's. Mine was Ashley Marsh and Chris Penix, both black foil sketches had an extra sketch attached to them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's filthy. It's crazy.
It's always scary too. People don't realize like this the pressure you it's on you to make sure you don't peel the paint off the second card.
You have to like work at it. Yeah.
Oh,
And
I think dude, it's crazy.
Luckily the Chris Penix didn't show any change, and then the other one though was so stuck that it did pull some paint, but it pulled off the background, and the background was already there was so much kind of stuff going on that you didn't even notice. So only like an artist eye would generally tell that. And yeah. So
but what is that? Because it saves you long runs, right? What is it? What was that? Why'd that pop up? Oh, there's a question for you actually by Dom. What up, Dom?
So I shared both, Dom. So I shared my Whatnot show, and then I also shared my this one that you're in. So tomorrow is the Whatnot show, but the teams are live. That's why I posted it in there, and then obviously we're here. So
they're generally still getting 2 for 1, anyways. Yes, sir.
Wait, what do you mean?
The sketches, the 2 for 1 sketches. You not being able to stomach the losses. Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, no, I'm bad at that. But yeah, well, one thing to just circle back to the original topic about the cases and the
loose boxes. Yeah,
I want to know if there's a case for cases, like a pallet. Like, is there a hit rate per pallet? So for every pallet holds 20 cases, and out of those 20 cases, one of those autos is a Superfractor, and there's a triple auto, and you know what I mean? Is there a pallet odd kind of situation? Because numbers wise, there's 0% that's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I get a sealed pallet, please?
Can we just get the pallet? No, there has to be. There has to be, but I don't know that it's curated to that degree, right? Man, that's interesting. It would be cool to get a tour of the factory just to know how things are being done. Like see behind the
never
curtain.
Let me back there. I swear to God, they'll never. I will find out too much. I will find. My brain will. Oh my God.
I know, right?
Get this guy out of here.
Get him out,
bro. Relax. This ain't Costco. All right, you're the one going through a pallet of mayo.
Okay.
This ain't Costco, but this is Star Wars Sith.
So the reason we're bringing this up as well, and it's more relevant for the moment, is that Star Wars Sith, Tony, has been pulling multiple Superfractors out of loose boxes of mayo, and he's only been buying the loose ones. like 20 or 25 at a time or whatever. And so it's interesting to see the pull rate on Superfractors and on sketches, which are really hard to pull in that set. And he has pulled more Superfractors, I think, than anyone else out of that particular set. I don't even think anyone else is close, to be honest. And I think,
no.
yeah. Is it 12? Is that what he's at?
I think technically, I don't want to up jump the gun. You might have pulled the first super ever from Mayo, and he might pull the most.
Yeah.
Did anyone pull a super before you that we know of?
It could have been Mr. Panderson. I don't know when he opened his Ahsoka one because he had but 7 supers in 9 days off Lucy's. Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. That's like, I don't know that it would always go like that, but it's very curious, you know, to say if you buy it in volume like that, what is it? How does it roll? You know?
Well, that's my point, because it's coming from different regions, and
yeah,
by the pallet odds, is it
maybe
really that crazy?
I don't know. It could be. It
You
could
know what
be.
I mean?
It's an interesting thought experiment at the very least. For sure. Well, and it's cool to see it like work out, right? So like it's worked out for you with the autos, and it's worked out here. Panderson, Ahsoka sticker, and Mormon pulled 1/1 Luke manga, and 1/1 Obi auto 2. Not just any supers, 2 autos, die cuts, dual autos of crazy characters too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's been really, really good. Is it pure luck or fishy? I don't know. I think that's one of the.
It's just straight dedication, bro. Come on, it's dedication to the game.
Right. Yeah, I wonder who actually did pull the first super out of Mayo though, because I don't know if it was me. I mean, I pulled one of the first ones.
You probably bought the first case or something. I don't know. You know, it's funny. Next stream, I'm gonna pull up the video. I have on camera when I'm walking through Celebration. I go, I think that's Jungle, and I went up to you. Are you Jungle? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, battle packs, and you're like, oh shit, what's up, man? And I was like, and you already had a case of Mayo. I was like, what the fuck are you? How did you get that already?
Yeah. I did have some. I think I had a half case. I don't think I had
something
a full case.
Like yeah, you had something like that.
I had several boxes though. I was pulling out of my backpack, and you're like, "Where did you get these?" Yeah. So, yeah, man, that was a fun time. That was really special. And it started a landslide. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of you fuckers flew out already and hung out there for like 3 weeks. Vic was out there for like a month. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, worth it continuing to observe and explore looses versus sealed cases. I'm going to continue to test both within my stream and whatnot. So
well, actually, you know what? I do have something to bring up. I generally, since I don't like putting too much into like one product, especially because sometimes I don't have as much like volume going on.
Right.
This is to bring up a good point about what we're talking about. I generally get Lucy's from a bunch of places, and I don't pull nothing crazy.
Yeah,
like, I don't have like crazy. You know what I mean? Like I would like to say 90% of my inventory, 90% of the time, are Lucy's from different shops locally, different places online. I find good deals on eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know. I think maybe the trick is going hard on Lucy's on one product.
I think that is Kevin Feige. I think that might be some of it. We'll see. This is a good tester here because there's 16 and 6 different products. So I'm curious about this. See how this goes. And I think it'll give us a good opportunity to say, okay, like, you know, let's maybe drive like completely into one. I think there's a lot to be said about doing one product and like going in really hard for a phase like what Tony's doing. I love what Optic said right here. It's like being a kid again. Are you Jungle? Yeah, I'm BP. Want to be friends? Yep.
Literally.
It's freaking dope.
You want to do karate in the garage?
Exactly. Velociraptor. So This is a good question from Benjamin. I'd be curious to know what this is for you.
Well, this actually goes perfect with what I want to talk about right now. So I don't know if you want me to get into that,
Yeah, do it.
but
Let's go.
so for me, my favorite set to rip, period. I don't care what anyone says, it's gonna be 24 Galaxy for a very long time. A very, 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 very long time. I forgot how much I love that set. I haven't ripped it probably since like November because 25 came out. And then I bought a couple boxes the other day, and Tony came in and bought 2 boxes for me. We ripped it, pulled the Vader gold foil, and then we pulled the X-Fractor 25 years of Darth Maul insert. And just having that, it's only a year old, and it's already, I feel like I'm ripping Pokemon base set 1, like nostalgic as fuck. Like, it's insane to me.
Yeah,
it's just it's so nice. It's such a nice curated set, and that's kind of like one of my main points I want to bring up is at the time I didn't know how good I had it. I was just kind of like, oh, this is just what it is to buy tops.
Yeah,
like the mini diamonds, all the inserts it came with, the Tracy inserts, the 4 sketches per case, the autos, the shadow boxes, everything. I didn't know that was like a new thing for Galaxy or for like tops in general, because after the last like year to 2 years, I've been ripping different stuff, 2022, 23, 24, 2017. I have yet to find a set before 24 that makes me feel safe ripping like 2024 sets. And to bring up some specific examples, 2023 Galaxy was 18 packs, only 3 hits. That's it. You might get 1 or 2 sketches per case, maybe an auto per case. I think it was an auto every 2 to 3 cases. 24 Galaxy, they added the 3 mini diamonds plus the extra hits. So it's the 4 hits plus the 3 mini diamonds, a ton of sick ass inserts, the shadow box possibilities, sketch possibilities, and then the auto possibilities. Plus, I think 24 Galaxy might have the best auto in modern Star Wars cards, like auto designed. That's a huge step up from what we had from 23. If you look at 23 Black Chrome, it's such a letdown pool. The auto list is, I'm sorry, Tops, one of the worst auto lists I've ever seen. The pack you get, you might get 1 numbered card. If not, you're just gonna get a bunch of base of characters you don't care about. It's kind of like a letdown if you did a case break. I had to eat a case of it because of Nationals. I just did pull box. I was giving that on a pull box, and even people who won it for $5 were disappointed when they opened it. And I was just like, I don't know what you want me to do. And then 24 Black Chrome comes out. They Anakin and Obi on a fucking box. First of all, W box art. The pack inside, very well curated. Cards we actually want, nice, thick, very straight, gradable cards. And then the additional insert, encased insert that they added, the 25 years of Maul and the Sith Lords and all that good stuff. They went, I think they did a good choice by picking the dark side in that kind of like that realm. So now, and I didn't realize this until you started doing case breaks for 24 Chrome Black. And when you break a case of it and you show it all on the wall, it looks pretty dope having the 24 encased cards and a bunch of like low numbered singles and stuff. So that's 23 Chrome, 24 packs in a hobby box. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Every other pack had a life for Grogu. I got tired of that set. It's cool now, but at the time it was a plague. 24 Chrome, 10 packs, an auto per box. The inserts, I can go on for days about the differences, but you guys get the point. 24, they really, I don't know what happened, if they changed ownership, Fanatics took over, or if they realized, yo, Star Wars is actually something worth our time and money. Like, let's put some thought into this. I don't know what it is, but it seems like 24 has been a really big step up from the previous years.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to pull the pull the dates to see when Fanatics actually acquired Tops, to see if that has anything to do with it. I'm sure it does, because it looks like they gave it more money and more attention, because the attention to detail is better. The rippability is so much better, and breakability. 24 Chrome, excellent. Or 24 Chrome Black, just, you're getting a shadow box. You're getting a galactic faction. They're both case hits. There's an animated short print, which is a case hit. So they basically have given you a lot of things to chase in every set now. Not only are the designs better, and the overall quality is better. There's still, that's not to say that there's not still quality control issues, because there definitely are. But there's been a lot of improvement for sure. Yeah.
So right here it says January 4th, 2022. So it would make sense, because it seems like they would need those sets to be done pretty early on. So it seems like they got through 23 when they took over 2024 was their first real year to rule. I don't know.
Yeah.
It lines up.
Yeah, it definitely does. And we know that like there's people from Fanatics that specifically dive into the R&D of like listening to the fans and seeing what the collectors are actually saying and wanting to do. They lurk around. And they will be at the National, and they will be talking to Star Wars fans and trying to find out, get feedback and things like that. So, I think it's really important.
Real quick, are you on the same rumor that we might not have National Star Wars this year?
So I asked you about this. I didn't get. It was just something that someone brought up to me. Like, that's not guaranteed, right?
A few people brought it up to me within like the last 2 days, honestly.
Who? Well, I guess it doesn't matter who, but like, what have you heard?
Same thing. Like, it could be some Disney, it could be Marvel, it could be something else. It doesn't have to be Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's just some sort of entertainment slot, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they make that decision. I think it's typically, what do they have left over or back stock of that they want to move? I know that that's a component of it.
25 Sapphire.
25 Sapphire could be a good option. I don't know how much they have.
It's the only option.
I wouldn't call them jabronis. I would call them people that have had a finger on the pulse for a little bit and have seen, things change, so they've said like, hey, it's not a guarantee. Like, it's likely they'll do it again, but we don't know, because they've only done it for 2 years now. They did it for the first year where you pulled the Han and Hayden, and then this last year that we all three went at it with those. So we shall see. I hope they do it again. It's fun. Yeah. So
we'll see. News will come out soon. Yeah.
At what point did we find that information out? How far out were we?
You gotta ask your boy, dude. He's on top of it. I don't know. He got it before, like weeks before anyone announced anything.
Yeah.
We knew already before anyone really was talking about it. I don't know how, Facebook or some shit like that.
Yeah, Tony will have to let us know. But yeah.
Barely? No way. Nah, it was a little bit. It was way more than that.
Yeah, I feel like it was really close to the event. I thought it. I remembered it was.
Yeah, and I remember like a photo came out. But yeah,
and we got no checklist, which was kind of funny.
We didn't get a checklist for months.
I know,
weeks or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah,
but should we talk? Should we dive into? Okay, so there's one thing I want to bring up because I'm curious about, and then it'll be a good segue into another conversation that we want to have. But the first thing that I want to bring up and see if you guys are interested, this is for everybody. What do you guys think of buying pre-slabbed art cards like this. So like I bought this from a UK artist, Rebel Scum Art, and it came slabbed.
Mm-hmm.
So I also have another one back here somewhere. Here it is. This is more of like a PSA slab. So this is a cheaper slab, the one I just showed you guys, and it's not sonically sealed. This one is sealed, with just like a custom label in it. This one looks almost identical to a PSA slab.
Yeah.
What do we think about those? Because we've got, you know, there are sketch cards like this, and then there's, and I know like Angel Aviles does it as well with some of his.
Mm-hmm.
So this one would have to be cracked. This one would have to be cracked because it's sealed. Well, I'll just drop that one so it's not worth anything anymore.
It's cracked now.
It's cracked now. This one is open. No, it's fine. So this one is open, so you can pull it apart. I kind of want it sealed. What do you guys think? Would you rather have one sealed or not sealed? Like what are your thoughts? And then there's these other, you know, there's higher end, like, so there's original art cards, right? Which is what I just showed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also these like brands like Piggy Banks, right? These like studios like Piggy Banks. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those guys? You got Art MX, you got Piggy Banks, you've got some other ones. There's some other artists out there that do some pretty cool things, I think, from like an art and design standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe this is just like because I'm an art nerd, but I like love just like looking through that stuff and just seeing what people are creating. Because like even with the like Art MX is I think a good example. Piggy Banks is a little bit more bizarre with like how they do drops and stuff. But like Art MX, if you pull up them,
Mm-hmm. Art MX.
Yeah, Art MX official on Instagram. The thing that I find interesting about them is that they do like an original piece that's bigger, and they then take a high resolution shot and turn it into a card, and then they do multiple parallels.
Yeah.
So they do these art pieces. So and they even have videos of them doing the like art piece, and then they'll take like a high resolution photograph and then use digital design and art to then create different parallels that are all one of ones, right? So it's like this is the only one that like looks like this one, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But then there'll be like 10 to 30 different variations, and so like you can get like this variation, that variation, or another. There might be a post you can check out that'll show you a few different variations of the same card. But I've been curious to see what other people think about this stuff. This is just one brand.
So you're talking about like non-official tops, like
yeah, 100%.
third party stuff.
Yeah. Yep. This is this is private studio. This is like a private art studio. You know what I mean? That's doing this. Yo, what's up? Attack Hope, or is it Attack Hop 3? What's up? But yeah, I'm just curious if this is like something that you guys are interested in or even knew about. Curious about your take on this. These types of studios that are doing things like this.
Yeah, no, this is
even
cool.
been on your radar.
No, I've known about these guys for probably about a year now. Him and like Piggy Banks and stuff. I respect it. I think it's cool. To me, I think it's just very well done marketing, urgency, kind of branding. You need with no disrespect, it's nothing I necessarily need in my life. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
no disrespect. Is it nice? Yes. Is it
Yeah.
cool? Yes. Some of
Yeah.
them sell for $5,000, $2,000, 700. I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But to me, I have more meaning in like a black foil Vader or something. You know what I mean? Like to me, that means more to me.
Totally.
Because like again, like I feel
Totally.
like this I could just buy this if I.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
weird. I don't because I could just buy
Yeah.
the sketches too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a smart thing to say, so I don't want to say much.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm like putting this out there, because there's two different
Yeah.
things we're looking at here too. You're looking at, okay, an artist, an art studio has an artist that did an original piece, and then they took it and they, you know, scanned it and then digitally painted different versions, right?
Yeah.
And then printed one of ones for those, slabbed them up nice, and then are dropping those. I think that's like pretty interesting, just from the creative component of it. Like yeah, clever marketing and all that, like kind of aside, I'm personally more interested in the creative aspect of doing that.
Yeah.
And then there's also like what Rebel Scum is doing, and there's other artists that are doing things like, there's a Japanese artist that I really like. I actually wrote his name down. I was gonna bring him up. We should look at him. Drazi. You should pull up Drazi. So there's brands like Piggy Banks, Artemex, Lootbox. They all do this type of stuff where they do an original piece, then they make digital variations, and then drop them as one of ones.
How do you spell Drazi?
Draw like DRAW, and then Z like ZEE. And this may be like something that more like, if you're super interested in art like that, this is, you know, and not just Topps Star Wars exclusive stuff. But these are all hand drawn or hand painted, like Rebel Scum art as well. And so, and like this guy is just an example of somebody who's doing something that I think is cool. Angel does this as well, where his PSCs, to me, it's like a higher end PSC where you do it on a really nice card, you slab it up, you've got a label, and then it goes out in this neat package. To me, there's like a creative endeavor with that as an artist that I think is pretty fun and cool. But I want to know about it more on the collector side and more on the like streamer side. Like, and one of the reasons I'm asking this is because this is something that I would be interested in doing for myself, and I'd maybe do both of these things, right?
Yeah.
I would potentially do both. Sell the original, sell originals, also do digital variations and things like that. Because it's just, I'm just thinking ahead, like, what could I do? Like, it'd be fun to create that. It'd be fun to create this, you know?
Yeah.
So just trying to get a pulse on if there's any interest in that in our space. I'll probably still do it anyway. You know what I mean? Whether or not, just because it's a fun creative process. But can you pull up a few different ones of his? Does he have any Star Wars stuff? Or is it just like mostly Japanese? Like,
it's a lot of Pokemon.
He's got Pokemon, Dragon Ball, One Piece,
Luca.
That's hilarious. Shout out LA, dude, for stealing everybody's players. There's a Star Wars one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's like a
for
bigger
celebration.
That's
like a comic book size. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Anakin?
Yeah. Yeah, if this was done by an artist I knew and liked, like Jungle or Tracy, I'd be all over it. Okay, yeah, cool. Benjamin asks, have we seen the Hollywood sketch slabs? No, I haven't. I don't think I have. Maybe.
Hollywood sketch slabs?
We can check that out as well. Optic would be okay with it if he could open it. What would be the purpose of opening it?
Like, put him on full box.
Not a fan of the slabs of Hollywood sketches. Because, yeah, you can get different types of slabs, you know? So there is that.
But
Interesting.
all jokes aside, I don't know. I wouldn't care to open it. I like my stuff.
Mhm.
I'm a big I like crispy high end shit, so I think
Yeah,
stuff encased is pretty nice.
that's what
I'm a
I
big sucker for graded stuff, so
same. I
yeah.
like slabs and I like graded stuff. Yeah, it's because I was thinking about, and maybe this is something I do with my PSCs is like slabbing up some of my own PSCs like in-house, and doing that.
Yeah.
Um and making them like really high end, like Angel. Like we could pull up at one of Angel's as well. I think most of you probably know who Angel is, but Angel Aviles.
I'll pull
I
that
mean,
up right
he's
now.
he's one of the top. No perp. That's just between us, bro. That's
Wait,
our
what?
thing.
Purple Wolf Demon.
Yeah. Let's see if he's got one in one of his slabs.
Oh, I know what we're talking about. These.
That one. Yep. There you go.
See, that's
See,
dope.
that's
To me,
dope.
that's
See, that's
well
what I'm
done.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that I would want to do in the future as well.
Okay, but this is my thing, and I don't mean to sound like an asshole,
No,
but
you say
that
what
looks like it belongs in something like that.
Yeah,
The
for
other
sure.
guy we just saw,
Mhm.
brother, no
Yeah,
foul.
totally.
I don't. That does not correlate the art to the like.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
level, well, and I think he's also doing a style that is he's doing a more classic style of Japanese art as well that doesn't really I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not fine art. It doesn't look like fine art like Angel stuff,
yeah.
you know? So, there's
Like
levels.
even in
There's
his
levels
one
of this.
touch, it
Yeah.
looks immaculate.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yep.
if the art speaks for itself like that, then I don't see why not.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, so anyway. So, okay, so then just talking about slabs, like,
Yeah,
okay, so how let's open the can of worms. Let's
let's do
open
it.
the slab can of worms because they're not all created equal and the companies are all different, right? So we have a lot of different grading companies and official companies that slab things up.
Yeah.
Um, I want to hear your thoughts on just like what the atmosphere is like versus like how you think about it
Mhm.
for like PSA versus tag versus CGC versus SGC versus Beckett. Like, what's the landscape? What are your thoughts?
Um, I think regardless of what people might say, PSA will always be the top, the standard, the white with the red border. That's kind of like what we price it at. Um, they've been around forever. They have more data than any of these other places. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I think Tag, CGC, and Beckett, I think they're cute. You know what I mean? I think if you like them, you want to support them, that's cool. But if you're into value, you're into actual assets and trying to do all that, I think PSA is the way to go. And if you're trying to do black label, I know black labeling in Pokemon is a huge thing. And a PSA 10 worth 20 grand in a black label could easily go for 60, 70 grand, 2-3 times the amount of what it is. Because a PSA 10, there could be 20 of those, a black label, it's a one of one. The chances of another one happening, good luck. Like they're not, it's almost damn near impossible. It's virtually perfect.
Yeah.
So I think everything else is kind of just like if you like it, you like it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the value and all that, I would put it into PSA. And
Yeah.
again, that's just what I do. You don't. I'm not telling you what to do. That's just what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're always so there's also a difference between like, okay, why are you choosing to grade a card or have it authenticated or slabbed up? It's like if you're just doing it for your personal collection, just for you, then like and you think tag slabs look better and that's what you want all of them in, do that. You know, if you want long-term value and you want to think of your collection as more of an investment, then you should probably consider PSA at this point, right?
Yeah.
So I only use PSA. I also don't like the tuxedos. So perp, that's kind of where we differ, and that's just like that's literally a preference thing. That's a personal preference. Like if I were
Tuxedo.
thinking about SGC
Oh,
slabs, yeah, I think that they're kind of to me they're a bit too wide, and it's a black border, and people like it because it's crispy, and but I don't personally like how much of a material there is. I think it's like a little bit too much for me, but I think if I were going for looks, I would grade with Beckett, because I like the way their slabs look a lot. And I think the value is really high for them as well, especially since the rumor is that they were acquired by PSA. So then now you have Beckett holding the same level of standard, if not higher, with the black label as well, because they've been around for a long time too, and they've been like an authority on sports for a long time. So
yeah.
and grading. It's your personal collection until the day it's not. That's a fact, Ghost Crew. That is a really, really good point. And that's a thing people don't think about. Oh, my collection is my collection. Well, what happens when you don't exist anymore on Earth? Like, who's it going to go to? Where's it going to be? Like, truly, like, I think
It's
about this stuff because it's like, well, what's going to happen? What happened? What happens if I like I got blown off the road earlier because the super high winds rolled my car and died, and I have all this stuff? My wife, like, what is she going to do with a bunch of tag slab stuff? You know what I mean? If it's all PSA, it's going to be easier for her to sell and turn into something that my family can benefit from. So,
it's
you
not your
know,
collection. It's just your turn.
yeah,
That's how it goes.
you're just stewarding it
It's
for a
just your
little bit.
turn.
You're just magnetizing and stewarding. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Let's ask about this. Here's a question. There we go. He meant to say scam, I think.
of course. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to pick this apart because a lot of people are saying this. How many incidences of this have happened that we know about?
I know there's that one recently in the Pokemon game where some guy sold his nines to PSA and then they regraded them to a 10 and then sold them for more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that's a thing. Yeah.
Yes. So we've heard that it's a thing, right?
Yeah.
It's been reported. So the thing that I want to be careful about is taking okay, so here's the question for you. How many transactions of cards do we think PSA is seeing every day? And what does that look like on a month? And what does that look like on the year?
Last time I saw a thing, I think there was like 1.4 million cards a year or some shit like that.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, Tony. 3 out of 1 billion. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So the success rate and the stability rate of PSA is really high. They were moving too fast and got caught with a poor process implementation. Yeah, because you have people involved with a massive,
But
flow.
I don't think
So
it's fair to even discuss this in any manner because the guy who owned them could have just regraded them himself and then sold them for more. I don't understand why he's mad PSA just did that. Like I it blows my mind because I can literally take 8s, go get them regraded, and they'll go give me 10s because they think we messed up 10 years ago. So if they do it themselves, I don't understand what the big deal is. He could have done that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they've gotten better at grading. I think they've gotten a little more consistent. It seems like, and they're adjusting, but they're also looking at a massive flow of traffic. And so when we're comparing, this is where it gets me because it's like, okay, yeah, this made the headlines, but it's such a small percentage of transactions actually happening that it's negligible. Like it's completely negligible. Like so that's where I'm coming from. You can't say that the whole company is a scam when this is a very negligible amount of error that is like is going to happen over time. You know what I mean? You're going to have a certain amount of errors that occur regardless. So It feels
See,
scummy. It feels scummy, but what place is it coming from? You know what I
but
mean?
this is my thing is you're looking at it from one point of view, from one side of the fence, because it's just the fact that they know it's a 10 but gave it a 9. It could have been a completely different grader from a standard that was 3-4 years ago, because the thing is, it's the also there's the opposite side. How many 10s did they give 5 years ago that weren't deserved 10s that were actually 9, that if you were to regrade today they'd go down? If you go on YouTube right now and look up, I send 10 PSA 10s to PSA and I see if they all got 10s again, most of them come back 7s and 8s because PSA has raised their standards. So it goes both ways. So for you to look at one side of the fence and be like, oh, scam, and not consider the other side of the fence, because there's a balance. And again, when you're dealing with volume and you misgraded 3 cards, are we really going to call you? Like, it's like, come on, guys. Like, it's 3 cards that did someone mess up? Maybe, but at the same time, so that guy who sold him the PSA had every opportunity to resubmit them for $25 each, wait 27 months, and then sell them for God knows how much then. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
For sure. Ghost says it wasn't a regrade, it was a random quality review, but they presented grades before they executed their quality review process, and they took a PSA offer on it upon grade presentation. So they just kind of got their cart before their horse on it, and it ended up looking bad on the other side. And part of that's just because the how fast they're moving and because they have people and the amount of volume. So again, like, I think it's easy to put your tinfoil hat on in this situation and blame PSA and say that they're scamming everybody and that they're evil. But I don't think that that's the case. I think it's important that we look at the bigger picture before we start saying things like that. You guys just say whatever you want, but like, you know, just know that we're also going to speak up and let you guys know what we think. After having a pretty, like, you know, stable discussion about it. When has it become acceptable that a grading company is allowed to sell their own graded product? Are they buying cards and grading at a higher grade just to make a profit? I think that's a reasonable question. I think it's important to look at what
PSA
is
doesn't
the
sell their own product. It's third party through the vault. That's how they get away with it.
right, because it would be a conflict of interest. But one of the I think you have to have proof of, like, cash flow as well, like, and say, okay, are they buying cards and grading at a higher grade just to make their profit, right? So I think you would have to look into what do their numbers look like, and is that really happening? I think that was the discussion, is like, whoa, it kind of triggered like a, wait, are they doing this? But I think it's important to dive in and get all the information. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally don't see a problem with someone like PSA buying and selling product. I think I kind of, okay, so again, it's kind of one of those situations where when it doesn't benefit you and you don't understand why it doesn't benefit you, it's easy to call it a scam. But I like PSA to set the standard for me. I don't want to go look at 130 point 10 times this other website plus eBay plus call around all my friends. Hey, what did you sell yours for? I don't want to do that. If I go on a PSA website, this is what this is worth.
Yeah.
Argue with me, you can't, because that's what that says. And I appreciate that service that provides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I also think that it's important that we understand another component about why things tend to cost what they do as well. So, like, people are like, oh, like, you know, why did you have to pay what you did to get your Kylo Ren card graded? And I'm like, well, because I insured it up to a projected potential value, and I did a walkthrough. So I skipped the line. I went to the front of the line, and I insured the process to $10,000. So, which was like a projected value of that at the time, that what I thought could be the case. And so, yeah, it costs a lot to do that. I went ahead and did it anyway, and it was worth it. Well, I think it was worth it. I haven't actually sold the card, but I do think that the value is there for it. Um, and it is a risk. Um, but I think one of the important things to recognize as well is that with these bigger cards, like it is like what you said earlier, an asset, and they're viewing it that way of like
Yeah.
handling higher end assets,
Yeah.
where they could actually mess it up and have to
Yeah.
pay out. So you were saying something about this earlier that I'd like for you to chime in on.
Well, I was saying that people don't understand that PSA is not a trading card company. They're an asset management company. They're authentication plus asset management. And by asset management means at any given time they have billions and billions of dollars worth of other people's stuff in their hands and in their control. And
Mhm,
for us to expect them to be liable for all that and not charge us a premium is kind of a little foolish, in my opinion.
mhm.
So I know
Yeah.
there was this one story where someone sent in a PSA 10 Pokemon card and he wanted to get it reholdered. So what that means is instead of it wasn't a regrade, he just wanted it to go from the old style holder to the new style holder with the new certification number. So in the process of PSA doing that, they damaged the card and then it regraded into a 6. So it went from a 10 to a 6. Now,
Mhm,
that card's recent sale was $45,000. That was the
mhm,
most recent sale of the card. PSA offered like $22,000. And PSA, the way, and then everyone kind of like the internet had an uproar. Every avenue, every news card channel, every YouTube channel was talking about PSA scamming people, but no one's talking about the fact that no one in their right mind is going to price something by the highest, most recent sale. If
mhm.
you had a Vader sketch and the last one just sold for $2,000 when every single other one was selling for $300, are you going to go,
Right.
what's a $2,000 sketch? Probably
No,
not. You're going to go,
you have to
it's
average.
300. That guy
There's a
got okay. That
lot of
was weird.
averages.
We'll probably go like 700. Meet me at 700. That's kind of like the
Exactly.
deal.
Exactly.
So that car that sold for 45,000. The recent 4 or 5 sales were like 15,000, 6,000, 5,000.
Mhm,
So if you take the average of all the 5 sales and divide it by 5, the
mhm,
average there was like 22,000. Plus they let him keep the PSA 6 card. To
mhm.
me, that's a W.
Yeah.
That's a big W. But people had such the biggest problem with this
Mhm.
saying he got scammed, yada yada. But my point is like
Right.
people are mad he didn't get paid the full amount of the
Right.
45,000, but then they get mad they're getting charged $80 to authenticate a $2,000 card.
Right.
It when you put it all on a board, it doesn't make sense to me. It genuinely doesn't make
Right.
sense to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and there's also the idea that they're paying that straight to you guaranteed. There's no guarantee that you're gonna be able to sell that card on the market for 45K, just like what you're saying. Like, you have to
Yeah.
put that work in, you have to try to make that happen, get it in front of enough eyes, and furthermore, sometimes cards, like what you were saying, when they go for crazy amounts, people get into bidding wars over a particular card, and they jack the price beyond what it probably should end up based on
Yeah.
other things, right? Like imagine, like I've had this happen before where even in my stream where there was a bidding war going on for a particular card that sold for more than it should have, and it's just because in that moment there were two people who both really wanted it in that moment. And maybe those two guys were drunk at the bar playing a game and you have no idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like and just having a laugh about it and it
Yeah.
jacks the price up. I've had that happen recently, and you just never know, and there's no guarantees with that stuff. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I see why people could be frustrated and why it could look really bad, why it could look like, oh, they're just not really owning it and they didn't really, but there's a lot of risk that they've taken on to manage these assets by hand. And a lot of expertise going into it. You have to train all these people to operate. It's a huge company. There's a lot of components. It's, you know,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a perspective shift
yeah,
people need to have. And it's like if you were in charge of billions of dollars of other people's money, would you feel comfortable charging a minimum for your service? I don't think so. I
No.
genuinely don't think so. It's just it doesn't
No.
make sense. And then I don't know. And I know a lot of the more scam allegations come from the upcharges from say your card gets a 10 and now it's worth $5,000. Now they're trying to charge you $300 upcharge for the grading fee. To me, that does make sense because they went from holding potentially a $500 asset to a $10,000 asset, and they
That's
need to be
exactly right.
compensated for that insurance. Because if they do lose that card, you are expected to get $5,000 for it. Where does that
That's
money
exactly
come
right.
from? It comes from a
That
collective
is
of people
exactly
paying a premium because it's like I
Mhm.
said, if 10,000 people pay an extra 20%, that's a lot of money that can get paid out to mistakes. Again, when you have a
Mhm.
company that big and you're dealing with volume, the best way to look at it is percentage base. If we
Mhm.
can maintain accidents less than 10%, then that's a success. That's a successful business. It's just unfortunate that 10% of people that get fucked are the loudest people on the internet.
I think it's less than 10. I think it's less than
Yeah.
1%. I think it's less
Yeah.
than 1%. And, it's like if you're telling me there's 3 instances, there's less than a percent. And, we could dive into the data probably. We could probably find all of it, if we dug hard enough and see that their success rate is actually really good. And again, it's easy to pick on these moments and blow them out through a megaphone and put them on social media and get everybody in an uproar because that's what our culture is actually doing right now in social media. There's wildfires that get started,
Yeah.
blows everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
So
Comment.
what?
Comment of the week, Kurt. Get on my street. Go for your break.
Since when is Herc running breaks?
It's just a joke we say.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
Inside joke there.
yeah.
Yeah, so but at the end of the day, like, you can vote with your dollar, if you don't like PSA, there's
Well,
plenty of
that's
other
the
things you can
best
choose.
part about what we do is there's no
Mhm.
rules to this shit. I
Yeah.
could, dude. I don't. People make fun of me for the way I collect. I don't collect shit. I collect weird ass. I collect Lizzo and Vetch and Claude, and people are like, "Why?" I'm like, "Cause I'm just having fun with it, guys. I'm just having
It's
fun with it.
fun.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
having like,
fun.
if you want all your
Yeah.
slabs to say tag, dude, bro, that's
Let's
sick as
freaking go.
shit. If
Let's
you
freaking
want all
go.
your slabs to say Jungle Jedi, dude, that's sick as shit. Herc has display cases that say Star Wars Sith on them. That's fucking sick as shit.
They're clean, they're crispy. They're
Yeah.
cool. They're cool, I dig it. It feels good too. It's a good feeling slab.
Man, I was looking for Herc Street.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Mr. Sky Guy. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I don't want to get too because I know I
Yeah.
get I tend to get passionate when I feel when I have opinions on things. So I don't want to come off like too, I guess, like angry ranty about the PSA thing. It's just it's just one of those things. How do you say? I bite my tongue for so long, and eventually, it's just one person says something. I'm just like, hold up, I got something to say about this. Hold on. But yeah, it is what it is, man. We're all just having fun. My opinion is my opinion, and you're welcome to have your. And if anyone wants to come on here and debate this, that'd be fucking great. If anyone wants to come on here and be like, "Listen, jackass, boom, boom, boom," bro, I would love to be. You know what I mean? It's all part of the game, man. All part of the game.
They feel really similar, actually.
What is it?
Like, if
Tag
I
and
just
mags?
yeah, like, if I just close my eyes, like, it's very similar. It's kinda weird, actually.
Yeah.
So that settles it. Let's just do this. Um,
A master debater.
sick, dude.
You're a rage baiter. That's what you are.
Patiently waiting for Jungle stream tomorrow. Heck yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. You see all this?
Like, that's for a mixer.
Yeah.
Wait, it's
All
all
of
one
it.
break. Holy
All
shit!
of it. All of it. All of it. Yep. I was only gonna do 12, but then I was like, oh, let's just go for the full 16. Let's do it.
That's nice.
Well, so yeah, I'm with you. I like slabbing things up. I might actually do some Beckett stuff as well. Um, I
Beckett's
like the
nice.
more yeah, and there's certain cards too that shoot, well, I don't even really have anything. Because like this one would probably be, I don't know, this one could go in a Beckett, just because it's so gold. But like if you have full gold vinyl, then Gym Mint like 9.5s with the gold label look really good.
Yeah.
They look really, really good. And I think the value is still pretty good. And then you have the chance at a black label. I think like that would be my other option that I would particularly choose. But a little break on on
Hop
YouTube.
in the givey.
So we've covered some ground here
Yeah.
with slabs from art, from slabbing up art to value with PSA and are they scamming? Are they not? Probably not. It looks scummy for sure. Um, and it's definitely it's definitely a hot topic, and it's something that we'll probably continue to discuss like throughout the ages here. There's a lot of good options, and I'd say just go with what you like. But um, I am curious how this has been something I've been wanting to ask you for a while. This is going to feel like a little bit of a 90-degree turn here, but
Hmm.
how the heck did you get from Lego into collecting cards and getting into tops? Like, was it you saw Galaxy and that's what like triggered something in you, or like what happened?
So card. I've been a card collector my whole life. I've always collected cards, but it started with Pokemon when I was a kid. I had binders growing up. Don't know where the hell those are. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, and
Okay.
collected a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. That was like my main TCG. Yu-Gi-Oh all fucking day to the day I die. Then I went through the dark ages, started playing sports and like girls and shit. So that kind of flew out the window. And then 2018, Pokemon kind of came back with the set called Hidden Fates, and there was this Charizard. This I forgot what it was called, but I wanted it so bad. I don't know why. I bought like $1,000 worth of tins and pulled it in like my fourth tin, and was like that and I sent it in to get graded, and that was like the start of it. COVID happened, kind of like there was nothing else to do. I used to
Okay.
sell Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh on eBay from like 2018 to like 2021. That was like one of my main businesses. I used to sell on TCG Player and all that stuff. So I was already kind of in the card game, and then kind of Lego took over for a long time. And I knew Star Wars had like the tops thing, but I just didn't know it was like kind of outpriced for me. I wasn't down to spend $200-300 on a box or something like that. Like I was buying like $5 Yu-Gi-Oh packs and shit. But Chrome came
Yeah.
out. Chrome came out. 24 Chrome blaster boxes. Found those. Ripped a ton of those. Had a good time. Met Tony, and then I was streaming on Drip, but Lego wasn't selling on Drip. And then I just started selling my
Mhm.
Chrome packs on there. And then I met Tony, and he came through and he started buying all the Galaxy stuff. And then
Mhm.
he was like, I think I'm gonna start streaming too. And then he started streaming, and I was like, I'm gonna switch to Whatnot then. And then we were both just like kind of like we got kind of like sucked into it on accident. I
Mhm.
wasn't trying to be a card streamer. It was just like it just started and it went really well,
Yeah.
and we hit it off. Me, you, Tony, and everyone, pretty much the whole crew. And then
Mhm.
I I had a whole business. You remember I had the whole Lego business, and it became
Yeah.
a point where I think you both were like, I was like, yeah, I think it's time for you to get taking your streaming shit seriously. So
Yeah.
around the summer is when I was like, okay, let's settle down and let's get this streaming shit going. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just kind of Drip invited me to be a seller on their app for Lego, and Lego wasn't selling for shit. But then cards
Mhm.
just started flying. It's the gambling aspect of the pack. You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
like that. People like that
Yeah.
mystery.
Yeah, there's a certain thing in our brains that's like, what if, and there's like, oh my gosh, what if? And then when it does happen, when you experience that, it's like
Yeah,
crazy. Like something in your brain like ignites, like it explodes. And it's really fun. It's really fun. And then you do it with friends and everybody gets to enjoy it together. And I think that that's one of the
yeah,
fun things about doing it live is that like you can have one person grabbing stuff and 25 people or more. Freaking Tony, I think, had 65 people in the stream watching one person open stuff, and it can be fun for a lot of people to
imagine
look forward
65
to
people in
happen
your
next.
bedroom.
Oh, I can,
Dude,
trust me. Uh, there's a reason Vegas is massive.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
then that's actually what I was telling Jungle
Mhm,
is Whatnot is a virtual bar and casino.
mhm.
It's all it is. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people they ask me like, how come your hobby boxes are 400 here, but I could get them on eBay for 300? I'm like,
Mhm.
how come the bar sells you a beer for 20, but you can get the grocery store for 3? It's this, bro, because we're all hanging out here. I'm providing a service. This is my time. I went and
Mhm.
drove all around town to get you these boxes. Like, and that I don't mean to be a dick, guys, but like,
No, this is preach,
you know,
right? Like
yeah,
preach. This is it. No, like this is anybody who doesn't understand it yet, like, or is new to it
yeah,
and like kind of starting to like price things out and see and figure out like everything you're saying is like a fact of it. You're
yeah.
getting to share, opening it with
Your
everybody
boys
else.
are there. Yeah. You're
Mhm.
like everyone's clapping for you
Yep.
or is calling
Everybody's
you a
like,
loser
you're
if you're
supporting
Tony's.
you're supporting a creator simultaneously. You
Yeah.
are you're getting to see it right away. So say you buy something from, whatever online source. You buy a hobby box. You're going to buy it, and you're going to wait. And then it's going to come through the mail, and then you're eventually going to get it, and then you're going to rip it by yourself, most likely. If that's what you like, do that. That's cool. If you want to share it, support a creator and see it right away, like, and then say, well, I have the money. Let's just do another one. Oh, let's just do another one. Like, that's the thing. It's like there's so many different levels of value with it that come with doing it on Whatnot or live with others. So
Yeah.
you pay for a service, you value your time, and everyone else does as well. Exactly, Hercules. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I don't mean to because and people know if you're in my show, I'm not like that. And I don't mean to make it like, oh guys, I'm here for you, pay me. It's not like that. It's
Mhm.
just I would like people to kind of understand because a lot of people like, oh, you just sit there for 2 hours and sell packs. Like, yes, I did just sit here for 2 hours and call you guys all fat, but I did like 2 hours of sitting in traffic, texting Tony Jungle all day, making lists, packing 200 orders, yelling at the post office, why the fuck are my packages not moving? Like, there's
There's a
just
lot
so
of
much
work.
to it. Yeah.
There's so much that you guys aren't seeing too, and this isn't just for people that are here on like live in the chat right now, but this is for people that are looking to get into breaks, looking at Whatnot, looking to buy things in a virtual sense in terms of ripping packs and boxes that might see this on YouTube. Like, we hope you guys understand like what breakers and streamers are doing with this. It's not trying to scalp you for more money. It's trying to make the business work for everybody. It's
Yeah.
we're trying to make it work for us. We're trying to make it work for you. Provide unique scenarios like, a 16 box break with like a loose mayo, both sets of hyperspace, 24 chrome high tech, and 24 chrome black. That's just like a brainchild of mine that I was like, what if I grabbed all that stuff and then built this crazy list where it was a combination of all these things and we're going to open all of it? Like, how cool would that be? And
Yeah.
like, you're not going to get that any other way. And you get to join in with all these other people that are going to get to experience it as well, and you get to hunt the exact things that you're looking for. You don't have to go buy all this stuff to try to look for something when you could just like spend $45 on a team that you're just wanting to collect. And I think that's the power of breaks as well. Keep it
Yeah.
loose, Benjamin. Keep it loose, bro. I like both. I like it tight and I like it loose. Just depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah. We still talking about cards, right?
Yeah, we are for sure.
All right, cool.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I don't mean to yell at you guys, but sometimes I just like to. I gotta let it out.
Yeah, you should. Like I mean, like your opinion's super valuable because you're
Yeah.
the one that's doing it day in, day out, right? Like you're the one that's having to do that. And then there's customer service components to it, there's a lot
Yeah.
of I was explaining this to my wife because she doesn't see everything I'm doing. And I was like kind of re-explaining it to her like these are all the different components of the business that I'm running. I need your help with these aspects. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, because I'm like, it seemed I said this to her. I was like, it's invisible to you, you know, like because I'm just like doing all of it. And I'm like, you think I'm just on my phone? I'm running a business from my phone, like
Yeah.
I'm not just doom scrolling, you know what I mean? I'm doing all these different components, I was like, Rach, I'm compiling 6 different checklists into one checklist right now. It's a lot of work. And she's just like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, and I did it all mostly by hand. I used OpenAI to like distill down some of it, but then I was actually manually doing it so that I knew that it was correct with that much data. So
Yeah.
that took me like 5 hours of work, solid work, maybe more, and it's something you don't think about, but and someone's gonna come along and be like, hey, do you have that list for that, you know what's that break you did? And I'm like, that was like, you know 10 hours of my week, and now I'm just gonna give it away, or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
you get kind of protective over some of that stuff because it does take a long time and a lot of thought. And um, yeah, it's a component that I think is really cool. It's one of the
Yeah.
reasons that attracted me to breaks in the first place, because I was like, oh, like I don't have to spend $300 to dome a box because I only really want Vader. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
could just hunt Vader here, there, and everywhere. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. That's
it's
cool.
it's cool.
But at the end of the day, I love it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds like it
Yeah.
can be a poor me kind of situation, but
No.
we do love it. I think about this all the time. The fact that I could wake up as late as like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and still roll out of bed and hit the stream is like the
Mhm.
best. Like that's such a blessing to me. And I could take the middle of the day to go handle what I have to handle. We come back at night. That's
Mhm.
right. That's a job that's a dream job right there. Just talk Star
For sure.
Wars, mess around. And then, like I said, there is a
Yeah.
lot of hard work behind the scenes, but it makes the fun stuff worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it is
Yeah.
really fun, and
Yeah.
and and I like the work. Like all this stuff I'm describing, I don't mean to sound either like it's like I'm complaining about it. I love what I'm doing. It's just where it gets sticky is where people fail to understand that when and I see it from a couple different situations, right? Um
Yeah.
But when people don't understand all the work that you're putting in, and it's actually a lot, and that's all I ever want to express is like, okay, breakers are putting in a lot of work that people aren't seeing. And, you know, you you're only seeing like the tip of the iceberg, with the stream and the live time,
Yeah.
you know.
Not only that, a lot of people let's not even talk about like I guess you could say the mental struggle, the anxiety, the like, do I suck? Like yesterday, everyone loved this. Today, what the fuck? That guy was mean to me
Yeah.
today. Like, what? Like, do I like? It's
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't know that what that feeling is. Like the other day on
Yeah.
Friday, I started a break. We ran it for 2 days and got nowhere with it. So it's like I had to
Mhm.
cancel it, refund people, and it's like
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, it's all good, guys, but there is that feeling deep down in your stomach where you're like, damn, I really wanted that to work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
it's like you want to be like, yeah, we forget about it, but it's like I thought about it every day for the next 3-4 days. Every time I look at that box, I'm like, damn, dude, what did I do
Dang,
wrong?
that didn't
You
work.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
it's that it's but that's anytime you run a business, I gotta tell people, if you want secure, do not run a business.
No.
But if you want to wake up and not know what's gonna fucking happen today and be okay with it, jump in the water, brother. Let's have some fun. But if you're
Mhm.
not okay with it, go get a job, go work for someone, let them tell you what to do, be safe. That's fine. There's
Yep.
nothing wrong with
Yep.
that. But if you're
No.
crazy enough to wake up every day and be like, "Are we eating today or not?"
Yeah.
Come sit right next to me, brother. Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, it is a high risk, high reward kind of a scenario when you do something like this. And I've been gearing myself towards this for a long time. I didn't know that it was gonna be here in this community and in this uh sort of economy per se. I thought I was gonna be doing it in the climbing world actually.
Yeah.
And I might still have a business in the climbing world, but like I didn't realize that I was actually preparing for something totally different. But all the same skill sets and all the same mindsets and all the same things that I was thinking about still applied. So
Yeah.
it works. But yeah, going live as well every day or every other day to do what we're doing as a streamer, it requires a lot of courage. Um, Talking about the anxiety, like I kind of keyed in on you saying that. It's
Bro,
like,
I used to shake when I used my first few hobby boxes people buy. I used to shake.
mhm,
I used to be so nervous. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of you almost have to just forget about what it's important to reflect so that you can like learn from your mistakes and then get better. But then also it's kind of like a double-edged sword in the fact that like you have to reflect but not overthink too much about yourself because then you get self-conscious. You almost have to be like, well, I'm just gonna be me and forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? You almost have to just be like, screw it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be me. And I have to come back to that actually all the time because you know, I start thinking about like the other day, for example, I had something go wrong in one of the streams. I had something like really go wrong. I like blew people's ears out with like a weird
Yeah.
Discord issue. And I was like, oh my God. And like I knew that people were coming in off multiple raids that day. And I like went in to check to see how many people I was just looking at analytics and I saw like, oh my gosh, I had all these new people follow me from all these raids that stream. And then but then I knew the number going in of what the number was at, and then I was, like, thinking about what it should be, and I was like, "Did I just, like, lose like, gain all these to, like, lose most of them, or lose" and so I got really in my head about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What" I was like, "What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know, what did I
Yeah.
say?" You know what I mean? Like, it was so funny because it really all it was the app didn't update the data from yeah,
Yeah.
it
It
got
takes forever.
there was a lag, and it didn't fully update, and it hadn't, like, delayed like that before on my end, and so then the next day or something, it pushed, and then it adjusted, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, dude. We all deal with it, man. Yeah.
So
We
it's
all
just like
deal
a
with it.
crazy mind game with and I
Yeah.
was like, "I'll just forget about it. Just forget about it." Like, there was a voice inside my head, you know, that was like, "Just let it go. It's fine. Just keep going. Keep being yourself," you know? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's it's interesting because you're like, "Okay, let me go sit in front of everybody and be vulnerable for, you know, 6 hours or whatever it's gonna be," you know?
I
So
mean, honestly, that's when I want to say I started having my best streams ever is
mhm,
when I decided to stop censoring myself and just if I
mhm.
said a shit on accident, fuck it, we'll just rock with it. And ever
Yeah.
since it started being more like that, I started to build more of a community versus
Mm.
more of a stop and shop kind of
Yeah,
situation. Because
yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people do curate their streams as a stop and shop. Like,
Mhm.
hi, what do you want? I like to curate my stream as like, hi, what are you doing right now? You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
kind of situation. So
Yeah,
ever since I started doing that, I've
yeah.
been able to build more of a because I love it when I come into stream and people are like first comment like dude hell yeah like that makes my day that make like that
$100%.
you're waiting for me to
You're
show up so you can be
already
first
there.
yeah like that's
Yeah,
dude hell
it's
yeah
cool. It's really
yeah
cool, yeah. Yeah, and that was something that I set out to do as well, because I you and you know this about me, I think a lot of you do, that, like, I gotta pay my bills. I wanna make money. I wanna run a successful business, but more important to me is actually making friends. Like, I value
yeah
relationships and people more. Like, so, you know, what I set out to do was build a community as well. Like, I want connection with every single person that comes into my stream. and that's hard to do because it's, as you grow and get bigger, it's harder to do. But that is still like forefront of my mind. Like I want to fill my breaks. I want to do what I need to do in terms of that. But I also want to know like people's stories. Like I talk to people outside of the stream once we've connected over things. Like I plugged in the Discord so that people could talk together outside of the stream, all that kind of stuff. I think it's really important. So
Yeah.
Whatnot gets a bad rap in the sports card world, for Stop and Shop. Okay, so whoa, hold on. Let
Who
me
is
go.
that?
We got a lot of good comments here. We should look at some of these now that we've like kind of um heck
Which
yeah.
one? Which one?
All of them. Let's look at let's okay, so we'll answer there's a couple questions that I'd like to hit because they plug into what we're talking about, but
Yeah.
let's also just look at like let's pull up Gazers. Gazer's glazing us right now. Mr. Glazer.
Mr. Glacier. This guy.
I love it. Dude, we really appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you, man.
thank you. Much love to you as well, bro. It means a lot when you guys just I don't know about for Steven, but for me, like when you guys give us just say good things to us about like what we're doing, like it helps us bring better and better energy to our streams and keep showing up every day to hang out with you guys and share Star Wars and cards. So it doesn't take much. Like if you're just like, yo, dude, I really appreciate your stream. Like jump into, to Tony's as well. Jump into, whoever else in here that streams, Alf, like just let them know you appreciate them. It helps.
Yeah.
Even if they make fun of you for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I consider y'all my friends. Yeah, Hercules, that's dope.
Let's
What's one thing you
go.
wish? What's one thing you wish you could change on Whatnot now that you've been on the app for a minute? Are you talking about like? Well, I'll tell you one thing that and it is an improvement that I want to make. Is something that we've been troubleshooting. He's over here actually, I think. Something that I've wanted to update for on my end is to provide and this is like a technical thing, but whenever I'm breaking, I want to be able to show what teams have been taken and what are still available. And we're troubleshooting a really good way to do that, but we know people are doing it, but
Yeah. Yeah. My thing that I've changed or I would like to add is more of a community aspect. I don't like the fact that I have to rely on places like Discord and Instagram to talk to my Whatnot community. I think that's kind of redundant. A lot of people who live on Whatnot stay on Whatnot. And
Yep.
I wish there was just a way to announce, talk to my people, post to my people, and just kind of give them updates without having to like make an announcement in the stream and hope they see it. Like, and I wish there was a way to push emergency notification, guys. This show's being canceled today. Refunds are for this. You know what I mean? I wish there was just a more way to reach these people instead of like hoping they just notification. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
takes a
ring the
lot of
bell.
work. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to get
Yeah.
everybody into the Discord too, because like our Discord is like, I think there's like 80 people in there,
Nice.
and I have like over 2,000 people, and same with you that follow us on Whatnot. It's like if
Yeah.
you're saying it, if Whatnot had like a built-in Discord hub essentially that you
Yeah,
could
community hub. Yeah.
yeah, community hub that would yeah, I think in terms of Whatnot changing something that would benefit us, I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Like it'd be nice if you could go to my page and see my recent announcement or guys like how Tony's always updating. Oh, this is what we just got. Store shop is loaded. Like not having to just do that on Instagram. I wish there's maybe a story section on Whatnot. I don't know, something simple.
Yeah,
But then I guess
totally.
that's this moving into social media territory, and I don't know if they're in
It
that
is.
business. You
Yeah,
know.
and that's the tricky thing about it. I think and yeah, I mean that opens up a kind of a whole other realm of convo, but I do like the idea.
Yeah. Are there any other questions, Jesse?
Purple's got that's interesting. I haven't really run into a whole lot of scammers on Whatnot because I think that I kind of stay like pretty sequestered to the channels that I know. And I think that that's like, and that's how the world works. You know, it's like you vet your sources for different things. You find your reliable sources for different things in the world, and then you just stick with those, you know. And then if somebody shares something with you, you can branch out. But that's why exploration can be dangerous in general, right? Like being an explorer means that you're subjecting yourself to higher levels of risk. So talking about like Whatnot having scammers that can be there and then get banned and then they can come back. Um, you
Yeah,
know,
I think there needs to be definitely. I mean, it's again, it's not in their best interest to do something like this because they definitely make their money off fucking fees from people selling, and the more people on their app selling, the more fees they make. So I
exactly.
get why it's almost not in their best interest to be banning people left and right. But I
Mhm.
do wish there was. You know what? I don't. I don't know if I showed you this, but I just want to bring this up. Like, this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, and I know the boys already know what I'm gonna talk about. But the other day, I was just on Whatnot, and this dude's first stream, basically, he got some girl from Romania or some shit, and dressed her up as a sexy pirate, and had made her hold the packs out in her hand like this, and he's just like filming her on the stream, like begging people, like he was charging $12 for unlimited packs, a pack. And then he was just like yelling at people, begging to go in and like kind of calling people out. Like, if you guys are too broke, but like, let me just give you a quick glimpse of like
Mhm.
what, like,
Oh, you caught it here.
yeah, we screen recorded it.
Oh
But
my
like,
god.
she's literally dressed as a sexy pirate
Oh
type
my
situation. And she's just and he's just like
god.
being so
First of all,
disgusting, like just weird, like where
yeah,
else you gonna get boobs in your face on Whatnot kind of like situation. And to me, it's like, okay, that there's a level of just like self-awareness that needs to be evaluated before anyone becomes a streamer, because that's just crazy to
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's unfortunately he has the
I
right
know, Ben, I know.
to try, you
Yeah,
know, in the free market like this. So, um, because I want everybody to have their opportunity to try. But then, yeah, like I mean, people can
there's
report
a
him. That's the thing. And then once he gets
yeah.
reported, like he'll get banned and it won't last.
Just fucking
So
people. Yeah,
that's the power of democracy in that situation. Is people could just report him. But
yeah.
I think we should probably each get pirate outfits too, and maybe that would um,
Next
provide a
time I
little more
come over,
entertainment for our crowd.
I'll be your French pirate.
Ooh, yeah, that's perfect. You have to cross your legs and wear heels and have netting and be sitting right here. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
That would be solid. Be solid.
Now they're gonna AI that, dude. Don't say that. Now it's gonna be AI in my DMs. Don't say that.
It's hilarious. My lightsaber just lit up. Oh my gosh, purple. Oh my goodness. Y'all are funny, bro. Y'all are funny.
But yeah,
It's a wild west, dude. It's a wild west out here, you know. Um Whatnot's a crazy landscape. Um it has been changing. They updated
I'd
their
be down. Someone painted me.
why don't you paint yourself and dress up in costume on stream? We would be happier.
Why do I have to paint myself?
Yeah, you get that's not a one man job.
Yeah, that's not.
That's a one woman job.
Can't
And that's
reach. There's certain spots I can't reach, Tony.
oh shoot. Um yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't like getting my body painted, so I'm not super into that, but
I'm too autistic for that shit.
I will wear a new Gunray mask for sure. And other masks, if you guys send me masks, for sure. I'll wear them on stream.
This is why RAM is $900. Literally.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Wait, what kind of RAM are we talking about?
PC RAM.
It's $900 for how
Bro,
much?
AI has made the RAM market and SSD drive market like tenfold.
That sucks because I was just gonna upgrade the RAM in my PC.
Because people are fucking making me into torta AI shit and costing people $900 for 2 sticks of RAMs because of it. You know how much water Ben has wasted making me into a torta?
Oh my god, was
You
it
know how much
Ben?
water these companies wasted cooling these fucking servers?
Hey,
AR is cheaper than RAM. It is true. It is true.
wow. Oh,
But
well, is there
yeah.
anything else you want to talk about, bro?
I was gonna say that's pretty much it for me. I do got a lot of more passionate talks I got loaded up, but I want to save them for next Thursday.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you guys are in Jungle's Discord, I will be announcing mine's pretty soon. But maybe we can get Jungle to post this somewhere. I don't know if it's up yet, but there should be a tab in there where you guys can discuss or give us topics of discussion. And we want to do 2 tabs, maybe one where you guys can just throw in ideas, discussion, screenshots of shit that's happening. And another one is if you guys want to start uploading your guys' collections. So if you have displays, PCs, binders, sketches, personal sketches, anything that has Star Wars helmets, lightsabers, and maybe once a month we'll take a couple 20-30 minute segment trying to kind of rating people's collections and kind of all that kind of good stuff. So if you guys want to be a part of that, I think that'd be fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm good, man. I'm pretty much good.
Cool. Heck yeah. Peace is a lie. There's only passion. Right? Little Sith code action. Dude, great talk. I really appreciate all of our discussions and I appreciate the chat so much. Like, this is always a good time for us and we love you guys and we're going to keep doing this. We're just going to see how far we can go and how much we can discuss, and we just want to hang out with you guys too.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to keep rolling.
But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm about to go live and whatnot in the next 20-30 minutes. I'm live every day, 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. at night, 10 a.m. in the morning. Jungle's live
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday right now. 7:30 Mountain Time, be 6:30 West Coast, and 9:30 Eastern. So yep, those are the consistent dates. And then also you guys are going to want to make sure and check out next Thursday's show because we will be recapping our first rips on Smugglers. So we will have opened it and we're going to have a lot. I mean, that's basically going to be a full on like Smugglers Outpost talk. So it's going to be a good time. I'm excited to be able to see and discuss.
I will schedule the stream as soon as we get off here. That way you guys can just bookmark it and have it ready to go. YouTube channel will be up by tomorrow too. So we will be posting these VODs there. That way that you guys can just go maybe listen to them while you guys are at the gym or something. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys have a good day.